How you play inside the breach, the Hunter's RPG. When I finished writing Volume 1, the first question I asked myself was this: what happens if someone wants to be in this universe instead of reading it? The answer was Operations Protocol, the Hunter's B-Files tabletop RPG. The design starts from a premise: it owes something to the Powered by the Apocalypse line of games. The idea that the game system doesn't describe actions but consequences, but it breaks from that tradition on one central point. In Hunters, you never win without paying. The breach always charges you something. The mechanic is simple and brutal. You roll 2 6-sided dice and read them separately. The higher die says what you achieved. The lower die says what the breach charged you for it. Even on your best rolls, there's a cost. The tension never fully goes away. That's not just a mechanic. It's a statement about the universe. There are 4 operative profiles, based on the founding members of the real crew: the Chronicler, the Wall, the Technician, and the Authority. But you don't play as Julian, Frank, Miguel, or Fella. You play someone who fills that same role in your own version of the crew. Each profile has an anomalous mark, something the first contact with the breach left behind, and a price. The Chronicler documents better than anyone, but is the most vulnerable to direct horror. The Wall can absorb the team's damage, but can't retreat alone if the operation collapses. They're always last out. The Technician understands the breach from an engineering standpoint, but is the first to break down when the environment violates physical law. The Authority commands with tactical precision, but can't ignore an ally in danger without paying a real cost. The profiles aren't character classes in the classic fantasy RPG sense. They're functions, ways of processing the world, reasons to be in the field when the field is the last place you wanted to be. The system's central tracker is pressure, a scale from 0 to 6 representing how thin the membrane has worn between reality and whatever's on the other side. At 0, there's a smell of ozone and old iron. At 3, the temperature drops and the edges of objects lose definition. At 6, the breach opens. Without immediate sealing, irreversible consequences. There are 5 ready-to-play scenarios, based on the stories in Volume 1. Each has specific closing conditions. Victory is never killing the entity. It's completing the condition before the entity's pattern completes its cycle. I designed this system with John Harper's Blades in the Dark in mind, which understood that a game system can generate narrative instead of resolving it. With Sandy Peterson's original Call of Cthulhu, the first to understand that investigators are supposed to be fragile. With Sean McCoy's Mothership, which proved that sci-fi horror can work in a pocket-sized format with mechanics that generate real tension. Operations Protocol takes something from each of those lineages and places it in Mar del Plata, with Ryoplaton's characters and a cosmology that doesn't come from Lovecraft, but from the Tosca and the salt of this specific coast. The starter kit is free and includes a complete mission for operative sheets and the first story from Volume 1. It's the fastest way into the universe. I'm Damian Furfuro. Thanks for listening.